Hello, this is Gabi from the Berroco virtual yarn tasting, and in this video we will talk about the new Ultra Wool Fine. Well, Ultra Wool itself is actually not that new. I think it was 2 years ago when Berroco introduced the Ultra Wool Worsted, and 1 year ago when we had the Ultra Wool DK. But you can see here, this is like the worsted weight and the DK as a medium weight. And now we have the Ultra Wool Fine. I hope you can see this here. Oops. The three different thicknesses, which gives it a beautiful range of possibilities with an amazing superwash wool yarn. So let's take a look. In Berroco's words, it is our 100% superwash wool yarn is now available in fingering weight ! And I think that is very, very true and very important. Great for sock knitting and other accessories or lightweight garments, Ultra Wool Fine can do it all. And I will say I do agree with that based on the samples that I made. You saw the Ultra Wool from my stash. I have been using it for the last 2 years and totally love it. I love the fact that yes, it is wool, but it keeps its shape. And some people find it too bouncy. I think it's just perfect. You squish it and you put it out and it keeps its shape, which you don't have with wool or superwash wool, or with all superwash wools. So I really like that. Look at the fabric that it creates here in our M&M swatch. Beautiful, a little bit heathered. There are some heathered colors and there are some plain solid colors. I like the heathered ones. Here's another one, plain one in comparison. Very vibrant colors. The Ultra Wool Fine comes currently in 21 colors, and the colors match the Ultra Wool DK and Ultra Wool worsted weight. So which I think is another great thing if you want to combine those. So let's take a look quickly at the crochet sample here. What I like about here is it looks like wool, it feels like wool. Of course it is wool, but it also shows has a beautiful stitch definition for crocheted patterns, and I think that's very promising because it's so thin. I think it opens up a door to a lot of crochet projects in superwash wool. Perfect for children's clothing, I would say, baby blankets, and endless opportunities. And that said, let's take a quick look at the pattern support here in the new booklet number 403. All the Ultra Wool Fine designs are by Alison Green, one of my personal favorites, and it has already this beautiful little cardigan ready for the office. If you take a look, this is the Kelowna with just a little bit. It has a little bit of everything. It has a little bit of lacy patterns down here. It has this white collar, which I think is beautiful. Comfortable promise of wear with the little raglan. Then the next one is the Napua hat. If you are not sure about it, or you don't like to knit a lot with thin yarn, the Napua hat is, I think, a great starter project to try it out. Slouchy hat, also perfect if you start now. It's done when the days become a little bit warmer, but not too warm yet. So slouchy hat for the transition into spring would be this Napua with an all-over pattern. The next one is this Kalia, a very scrumptious shawl with a very generous lace pattern, white stripe, and then filled in here with garter stitch in the center. I think that looks very festive, and definitely will be an eye catcher if you have that in your house. And this is like, wow, who made that? Olina. Olina is a suggestion for socks. I would not say that the ultrafine wool is the sock yarn, but you can definitely make socks with it. And I think I made some other socks with the DK. They feel so soft and they are so comfortable on your feet. They're probably not as long lasting as if you use sock yarn, but they will be fun to make and fun to wear. So here's Olina. We're going to have a sock knit along in February on the Berroco Lovers group on Ravelry. So I think that's definitely a pattern to try out. And so think about, come and join us for that. The next one is the Elta. I love the Elta because it's a top-down pattern with yoke, and in the yoke you have this just a touch of lacy pattern. And cutely enough, not sure if you can see it on this picture, but this little lacy pattern is repeated just once on each sleeve. 3/4 sleeves, very easy knit, very comfortable, and this pattern or this sweater is so light. You can just roll it up, stuff it into your purse, and take it with you if you travel just for a weekend or so. I think this is a great take along for a purpose like that. Here's another detail. All right, last not least, there is the Alike, and I think the Alike will be a perfect pattern to try out the Ultra Wool Fine if you like to knit shawls, and I'll show you why I do recommend this. So this would be the Alike. Since it's still a little bit wintry in most of the countryside, you're probably still knitting the bulkier yarns, and don't get spooked when I show you this right now. But here is a skein of macro, and with these monster size 15 needles. So if you are currently used to knitting something like that or thicker, you will be spooked when you pick up the Ultra Wool and start knitting on size 2 needles. So to unspook you, I highly recommend that you consider something like the Alike. So if you are not sure if you can really make it through a big project, grab just one skein of Ultra Wool and try the Alike. You get everything with it. You have the lacy patterns right here, and then you pick up, so that's what you knit first, and then you pick up along that edge and fill in with garter stitch to get this light one skein little shawl, which is an accessory, or I just think it would be perfect for it. So consider that would be my recommendation. If you are not sure if you make it through a big project, or if you just want to have one skein and try it out, that would be a perfect way to do it. All right, one more thing that I would like to introduce you to at this point is that the Ultra Wool Fine, and some other yarns, but I think the Ultra Wool Fine is a premier candidate to combine different yarns. And I will show you right away what I mean by that. Here's a new pattern, a new Berroco pattern called Grouse Creek, and that combines the Ultra Wool Fine with Millefiori Light. So, and you can see here on the pattern that it's yoke knitting with stranded knitting to make the yoke. And all you need is basically the Ultra Wool Fine for the sleeves and for the body. And then when in the yoke, you'll combine just those two. And that's all you need to do. The colors automatically develop from the Millefiori Light. And so you only have really those two yarns to work with to make something as beautiful like that. I have chosen slightly different colors. This is the Millefiori Light. What is the number? It's 6871. I think it's called the Delphinium, which has exactly, if you look here, it has exactly the matching brown to the Ultra Wool Fine. So I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward about it. The model itself is made with some other colors, but I chose those natural colors. That's just a personal choice. But the story here is that Ultra Wool Fine combines with other yarns just perfectly. So consider that. Don't stop at the Berroco Ultra Wool Fine booklet, but you know, look at something like the Grouse Creek or other ways to combine ultra wool. So whether you make socks or accessories or baby blankets or something like the Grouse Creek, I hope you will give Ultra Wool Fine a try and enjoy it as much as I do. Please, when you try the Ultra Wool Fine, please remember to post, and I'm looking forward to seeing pictures and hopefully have a good chat. And next up will be the new Berroco Mantra 100% silk. So stay tuned.